Welcome to Checkpoint. I'm glad to have you today. Hope you had a good day. All right. Thank you so much for all you do for us at Checkpoint. Thank you for liking our messages. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing the links to our video. For all of these things you do, we are so grateful. Thank you. And because of you, this message is reaching so many people. We are grateful, indeed very grateful. All right, so today on Checkpoint, we'll be having a very interesting topic. All right, so today on Checkpoint, we'll be looking at a very interesting topic. All right, so today, I'd like every one of you to just chill, like, share, comment, all right, and then start a watch party if you can, and let everyone know that we are live again in Checkpoint. Now today's topic is a topic that's going to bless your life real good. All right, so see you. All right, welcome back to Checkpoint. Today, our topic today is our question: is it really late? So the topic today is it really late? It's the topic that's going to challenge you, that's going to help you conquer some limiting beliefs about yourself. It's a topic that's going to energize you and strengthen you and help you to become all that you are meant to be. So today on Checkpoint, we'll be talking about, is it really late? A lot of people have come to that point in their lives when they think that it's already late for them to do certain things. It's already late for them to forge ahead in life. It's already late for them to make a mark in your life. But I want to tell you this: if you are still alive, if you are still living, if you are still existing, it is not late for you. All right? So if you are still there, if you are still hanging in, you have your life, you have your health, you are still up there, it is not really late for you, because you need to know that as long as you still have life, you still have more than enough time to do what you are supposed to do. Let's look at the life of Chadwick Boseman, for instance. He was sick, very sick for 4 whole years. He had cancer, and even with that, he kept pushing, he kept making impact, he kept registering his mark, because in his mind, the doctors may have told him that it was too late for him, but he made up his mind that as long as he still had life in his breath and he could still move with his 2 feet, he could still move his 2 hands, he could still move around, then it was not late for him to register an impact. And even in sickness, he was able to do a movie that changed a lot of perceptions about the black people, because he believed that it is not too late. We have a lot of people, even in that same movie, there's a particular 88-year-old woman who acted for the first time as a very old woman, and she became an actress at 88 or thereabout. Now, it is not too late for you, so you have to learn today, by the time we begin to share all the things that we're supposed to share, that it is not late for you at all. I know that some people may have told you about how late it is for you in life. People in your family, people around you, associates, your neighbors, your friends, those who are close to you, they may have voiced it to you that it is late, but it is not yet late for you. Their opinion does not count. Their opinion does not matter. You have to come to the point where you tell yourself, it is not late for me, all right? Can we say it together? It is not late for me. It is not late for me. It is not late for me. So tell yourself, it's not late for you. The fact that others have gone ahead of you does not mean that they are better than you, does not mean that they have advanced more than you. See, one thing, there's an Igbo adage that we have in our place, and they say that when a young child begins to grow, the young child will grow and grow. When the young child grows to maturity, the young child will stop growing when others stop growing, because there's nobody who keeps growing indefinitely. All right, so you grow for a season, and when you get to the height that human beings normally grow, you just stop there. All right, so nobody grows, and then they say because you are young, you've grown 5 feet, then you grow 6 feet, or you grow 7 feet, and you continue growing like that. All right, when you grow to a certain level, you stop, and then you start developing more. So it's not about who started out first, it's not about who ran out first, it's not about who married first, it's not about who graduated first, it's not about who got married first or gave birth to children first. You are in your own time zone, and you have to acknowledge the fact that everybody is in their own individual time zones, and It's as long as our time zones are different, we'll all arrive destined for us to arrive at different times. So don't look down on yourself, don't hate yourself, don't blame anybody, don't start a pity party because you think you are late in life. You are not late. Alright, let's look at the following points. Number 1, is it really late to discover your purpose? That's the first one. The first question I like to ask, because remember I said that our topic today is a question. So the first question I like to ask is it really late to discover your purpose? Irrespective of the age at which you discover your purpose, it is not late. You have to tell yourself that. You have to tell yourself that over and over and over again. Because the fact that one discovered his purpose at 14 and then you discovered your purpose at 35 does not make a difference. What is most important is that you at least discovered your purpose. How many of you have heard about KFC? He didn't start that business as a young person. He started it in old age. He discovered that purpose in old age. And even though he discovered it at old age, he became successful. Ultimately, what matters is that you are successful in the long run. It's not about when you started or how early you started. Alright, so it's possible that you are there watching me. You are not sure yet of when of what you are supposed to do with your life. You are not sure yet of what your destiny is supposed to look like. You are not sure yet of what you're supposed to do with your life. You are not sure yet of the assignments in your life and what you're supposed to do with them. Please just calm down, all right? Calm down and tell yourself this: I am in my time. And that time, when you discover your purpose, you will accomplish it. If God knew that your purpose was early, needed to be started early, He will help you to start it early. If God knows that your purpose is supposed to be accomplished later in life, He would also give you all the enablements, every single thing you need in order to establish your purpose when you need to establish your purpose. When we talk about purpose, what do we even mean? Purpose is a mental picture of your preferable future. Purpose is a mental picture of your preferable future. There is a future you have seen. There's a future that God has revealed in your heart. There's a future that has been bubbling up in your spirit. There's a future that has not allowed you to sleep at night because you really want to accomplish that in life. So please, whatever it is, our purposes are different, and when you've discovered that purpose, no matter when you discover it, it is still okay. So don't look down on yourself, don't conclude on yourself, don't generalize because others are doing it at this point in time. You have to do yours at that point in time, okay? So just tell yourself, I am in time, I am in my purpose, I will get there on time. All right, number 2 question I like to ask is this: is it really late to dare to be different? Is it really late to dare to be different? You have to come to a point where you have to dare. You have to dare to be different. You are not everybody, and everybody is not you. Can we say it together? You are not everybody, and everybody is not you. So dare to be different. Don't always look for ways to mingle with others. Don't always want to just fall into line, be proper, to be just like others. You are not others, and others are not you. Alright? So tell yourself, I have to dare to be different. All this time you have tried to be like others. How far has it brought you? What has it gotten you? How far have you advanced in life? So dare to be different. Tell yourself that you are from a different stock. You're a brand plucked out from fire. Alright, you're not like other people. You are different, you are unique, you are packaged, you have something that God has given to you that He has not given to every other person. Dare to be different. I know you have mingled with others for so long. I know you have tried to be proper, but you don't have to necessarily be proper in order to be popular. You just have to tell yourself, I was born to be different. I cannot do what others are doing. Alright, come to that point where you don't follow the crowd, but you follow the cloud. Tell yourself that my path in life is different. You are not others. The Bible speaking about Caleb and Joshua, the Bible said that these two had a different spirit. And because they had a different spirit, they were able to do greater exploits. See, tell yourself you are different. You are uniquely gifted. You were meant to blossom with your uniqueness. You are meant to bless your generation with your uniqueness. So tell yourself, I can be different. And no matter how far you have gone, it is never too late to be different. Alright? So number 3, the question I like to ask you is that, is it really late to pursue your passion? Is it really late to pursue your passion? Is it really late to pursue your passion? I know you have a passion in your heart. I know you have a burning in your heart, a desire, something that makes you happy, something that you love to do, something that you crave for, something that when you do, even if you are not paid for it, you are excited about it. I like to tell you that it is not late to pursue your passion. Many of you out there, when you were much younger, you had this passion to sing, a passion to act, a passion to draw, a passion to do many things, a passion to fly and other things. But then as your age went by, as time went by, as you began to grow, need for daily living, need for daily revenue took over. All right, so you just wanted to look for something to do to make a living, just to survive by. And in the midst of trying to survive, in the midst of trying to make more money or earn a salary, you forgot all about your passion. Now I don't know how old you think you are, but no matter how old you think you are, you can start your passion now. There are several stories of those who really started late, but then they were able to pursue their passion even in old age. All right, so your passion is that thing that will keep you awake. Your passion is that thing that makes you really happy and satisfied in life. Your passion is that thing that drives you even when every other person is not feeling motivated. So please, no matter what you do, focus on your passion, pursue your passion, love your passion, and start working on it now. It's not late. All right, you can be 35, 45, 55, 65. For all I care, one thing I know is that as long as you still have life, there is still more than enough time to pursue that passion in your heart. So tell me, what is your passion? You can say it in the comment section. What is your passion? Tell me about it. What is your passion? What do you have as a passion in your heart? Say it in the comment section. I'll be here to read up and then reply you. So whatever your passion is, go ahead and do something about it. Start it. Oh, I've always wanted to play the keyboard. All right, apart from just loving music, I've always wanted to play the keyboard, but sometimes I feel like there's a lot of things around. All right, so this message, as well as it is for you, it is also for me. So I'm going to do something about my keyboard classes. All right, wish me luck. All right, so I'm going to do something about it. So pursue your passion. It is never too late to pursue that passion in your heart. Yes, you can do it. Yes, 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 yes. Start it this week and then let me know about your success story, your progress report. I'd like to follow up on that. All right. So number 4 question I'd like to ask you is that, is it really late to go to school? All right, is it really late to go to school? There are many people, they can talk well, but they can't even read, and they may not be able to write. And some can read and write, but then they want to improve on their certification. They want to learn more in school. They want to have more certificates or degrees, as the case may be. So the question I'm asking you now is this: is it really late to go to school? Maybe you did your first degree and you want to do your master's or your PhD, your doctorate level. It is not yet late to go to school. All right, maybe you said, okay, let me get married first and have a few kids. And from having a few kids over the years, and it seems like the school fees journey is not stopping. All right, the kids are growing, but your desire to really be in school has not been fulfilled. Start today. All right, enroll today. Seek for admission today and start that school today. Don't wait for anything. All right, make that attempt again. Possibly you have made attempts in the past and it failed and it did not work out. Try again. All right, do something about it again. Don't give up. All right, don't give up. There's no room for giving up. Today I'm asking you this question over and over and over again, and that question is: late? Is it really late to go to school? Is it really late to start all over? Is it really late to at least go back? Maybe some of you dropped out in school and you're now giving exams in school and became famous. Please do go back to school. It is not late. As a matter of fact, you can still go to school and still be famous. You can still go to school and still be successful. All right? Is it really late to go back to school? Some of you have not had the opportunity because life was hard, the struggle was real, and decided to do something that can give you money. Even if you can't do regular school, please go for your part-time. All right, do something so that somebody or your children or anybody in the future cannot wake up one day and begin to insult you or yap you or look down on you because they assume that you do not go to school. All right, there's nothing stopping you. No matter how old you are, now is still the time. As a matter of fact, you can write your WAEC or GCE or NAPTEP outside of school, and then you can start all over again. You can start your first degree, go do a part-time program. Even if you are 50, you can comfortably do a part-time program in school. My mom was an inspiration. Growing up, I saw her pregnant with my younger ones, and she kept jumping from one place to the other because she was in school. All right, she would go to school, come back with homework, then she from school and assignments and thesis and seminars, and she would work on all of these things while still being pregnant, while still being a mommy, while still being a wife to my dad. And she did all of these things, and she graduated from the school by being a mother to about 3 or 4 children. All right, so you can still do that. Is it really late to go to school? That's my question. Is it really late? Go back to school now. Somebody's looking at me. I said, go back to school. Where you are, go back to school now. Now is the time to go back to school. Don't give up on schooling. Don't give up on schooling. All right. The next one I'd like to share with you, number 5 question is it really late to stand up for truth and justice? Is it really late to stand up for truth and justice? Maybe some time ago, because you kept your mouth shut, somebody was punished for something the person didn't really do. Maybe because you kept your mouth shut, you are saying, might make the person who needs to be punished to be punished. That truth you will say will eventually make somebody who needs justice to receive justice. Many of us have been accomplices to wrongdoings done to other people because we kept our mouths shut. Now it is commonly said that evil prevails because good men keep their mouths shut. You cannot keep your mouth shut, all right? So if there is something you know that can vindicate somebody, this word is directly for you. If there is something you know that can make somebody free, this word is for you. If there is something you know that can make somebody who needed to be punished, and then justice is gotten for some other person who is taking that punishment that he or she does not deserve, this word is directly for you. So please, it is not yet late. It is not really late to speak up for truth. It is not really late to speak up for justice. One thing I love about it is that no matter how long it takes for truth to appear or surface, truth will eventually surface. So please, if you have held on to a lie for so long, say the truth. That truth you need to say might be in your own relationship. All right, some of you people got married and then you lied to your spouse about your real age. It is time to say it. All right, so you do not know the relationship was going to go further. You do not know that the relationship was going to culminate into marriage, and because of that, you reduce your age so that you can appear like a baby before his eyes. And then when you told him that you were 30 years old and he's celebrating your 30th birthday while your younger sister is celebrating her 35th birthday, see, something is already wrong somewhere. So better say the truth, and that truth you say will set you free. It is not yet late to say the truth. A lot of people go into marriage with a lot of hidden motives and intentions and lies. All right, say the truth and save yourself. Even if the repercussion or the result does not turn out in your favor, one thing has happened, and that one thing that has happened is that your mind is free, is that the truth has set you free. All right, you may have to face some of the consequences, but then you have said the truth, and that truth is everything. The next question I'd like to ask you, number 6 question, is another question. All right, number 6 question is this: is it really late to love and be loved? Is it really late to love and be loved? A lot of people have fallen into wrong relationships, and from the wrong relationships, they were hurt, their hearts were broken. And some people now said, oh, I'm not going to fall in love again, because the last time I fell in love, I was not loved, and then I'm already out of love. So no matter what it is that it is your reason, please ask yourself this question: is it really late for me to love and be loved? All right, so tell yourself this: it is not late. It is not late for you at all. You may have fallen into a wrong relationship, but you cannot allow that one wrong relationship to define your entire existence. It is important that you know that the fact that the first love was ruined does not mean that you cannot love again. The fact that the first love got bad does not mean that new love will not work again for you. For some of you, maybe you have been bereaved, somebody, your spouse died, and then you say, oh, because my husband died, because my wife died, I will not get married again. There is no time for me to love again. There is always time for you to love again. During the wedding ceremony, it is always said that until death do us part. And if there is death already, I'm really sorry about it. But it is time for you to also move on, make up your mind to love and be loved again, especially when you're in a relationship. A lot of people talk about she is of marriageable age, he is of marriageable age. All right, marriageable age is an antiquated idea. It is no longer in vogue. All right, it is no longer a modern idea. So there's not like marriageable age. When you, no matter the age you are in, when you feel matured enough to handle the emotions and the finances, financial issues and the social responsibilities that come with marriage, then you go ahead and get married, all right? So marriageable age is an antiquated idea. It's not something we should hold on to. People say, oh, when the person gets at a certain age, the person can no longer marry. That is really not true. So is it really late to love and be loved? So make up your mind that you can love again, all right? Some people have had their hearts so broken. Some have gone through a lot of domestic violence and abuse and everything. And then you're asking yourself, is it possible? Is it still possible for me to be loved? Yes, it is still possible. But this time, you have to make up your mind to select a person, a partner who compensates for your shortcomings, all right? Select somebody who compensates for a shortcoming. Be careful, all right? Select somebody who loves God, because if this person loves God, believe you me, the person will be able to love you. The first beneficiary of a man who loves God, of a woman who loves God, is the spouse. Let me say it again. The first beneficiary of a man who loves God, the first beneficiary of a woman who loves God, is his or her spouse. So you have to tell yourself that if I made a mistake before, I'm not going to make a mistake again. I'm not going to ignore those red flags I ignored the first time, because this time I have to make a right decision. This time I have to do it right. And when you make up your mind to do it right, you will get it right. So it is not late for you to love, and it is not late for you to be loved. All right, number 7 question I'd like to ask you is this: is it really late to leave a lasting legacy? Is it really late to leave a lasting legacy? Our legacy is the stories and the things and the evidences we have left here on earth. Our legacies are the indelible marks that we have been able to leave here on the earth. Our legacies are the impacts that we're able to leave in the hearts of men, the solutions that we brought, the blessings that we brought, the things that we did to positively inspire others, to positively help others advance in life. So that is our legacy. And the question today is this: is it really late for you to leave a lasting legacy? A lot of people say, oh, are you talking about legacy? I'm still young, you know. I still have a lot of time ahead of me. But the truth of the matter is that when do you start leaving legacy? You start leaving legacies now, all right? You start leaving legacies now that you are still alive. You start living legacies now that you are young, because you cannot wait for when you get older. A lot of people waited for when they get older to leave legacies. They live long enough to leave that legacy. All right, there are people who have lived very short life, but their short lives were so impactful. There are people, I'm not saying you are going to live a short life, God forbid it. You are going to have a very long, rich, gray, old life. But then start living your legacy today, so that over time, when you get old, it will eventually build up. Don't say, oh, I'm too young to start living my legacy, because it is not really late for you to start living a lasting legacy. There is a story that will be told of you. You are only remembered by the solutions that you brought. A lot of people on this earth, we are born and they brought only questions. A lot of people are born on this earth and they brought in only problems. But there is a generation that we are brought on earth and they brought in solutions. So which one are you going to be? Part of the group that brought in problems, part of the group that brought in questions, or the part of the group that brought in what? Solutions. You have to leave a lasting legacy. And like I said, a lasting legacy is the solution, the positive indelible mark that you are able to deposit in the hearts of men and on the sands of time. There is something you want to be remembered of. There is something you want to be known about. All right? Beyond all the things you are doing, what will people remember when they see you? What will people remember when they hear your name or see a picture of you? Please, that is your legacy. Start living that legacy today. Start living that legacy today. You may be 65 or 75 and you have not started living any legacy. Now is the time. Start living it today. You may be 25 and you think there's a lot of time on your side. Start living that legacy today. We don't know how long we have here on earth, because the truth of the matter is that time on earth here is very short, and it is, no matter how long it is, even if it's 90 years, even if it's 100 years, it is still short compared to the eternity that we are going to. I plan to live a very long life. By the grace of God, that shall happen. I know you also plan to live a long life, and by the grace of God, that shall happen. You will not die before your time. We all will die with great old age. But then we have to learn how to start living our legacies on time. All right, what would you want to be remembered for? If you know that, then you can be able to organize your life, plan your life in a way that you begin to make those lasting legacies now, before it is already too late. Because for now, it is not too late. All right. So number eight question I'd like to ask you today is this: is it really late to learn a skill? Is it really late to learn a skill? A lot of us have passed through life and we've discovered that in this modern age, not all certificates eventually count. Many are with certificates, but they don't have a skill. We see a lot of graduates who are into fashion and designing. We see a lot of graduates who are into bakery and catering. We see a lot of graduates who are doing a lot of work in the ICT world, and these are not things they basically read in school. All right, but they discover that there is a niche now that needs to be filled, and they are filling that void, and God is blessing them heavily through it, and they are making a lot of impact. So the question I'm asking you is this: you know that you already have a certificate, but is it already late to learn a skill? Is it possible that you also don't have a certificate, but you think it's already late to learn a skill? Learn a skill today. Learn something that you feel you have a flair for. Learn something you feel that when you do it, you can do it even if you are not paid for doing it. And when you discover that thing, do it with all your might. Learn that skill. A lot of people have gone into a skill of music that can pay them, music production. Some are into graphics, some are into video editing, some are into catering and baking, some are into tailoring, fashion designing and stuff like that. Some are into interior decor, and they're doing a lot of good work there. So find out what it is that is your skill. I have a classmate, a schoolmate who graduated as an engineer, but where he found himself was in the carpentry, all right, furniture making, and he's making a lot of nice furniture, nice bed, kitchen sets, and tables and chairs and household furniture basically. So please, whatever it is that you have a flair for, you want to see, you love to do, please go ahead and learn a skill in that area. In the nearest future, skills will rule the world. All right, in the nearest future, skills will rule the world. A lot of people say, oh, I graduated from this school, I have this degree and that degree. Eventually, it will come to the point of what do you know, what can you do, and what you know and what you can do is that skill. So tell yourself, I can do it, I'm gonna make it, and I'm going to execute that. All right. So number 9, are you ready? Number 9 question I'd like to ask you today is this: is it really late for you to reconcile with family and friends? Is it really late for you to reconcile with family and friends? A lot of us have disengaged from our families. A lot of us have disengaged from friends who were really, really good to us, for one reason or the other. Then over time you discover that, is it really worth it to be in enmity with family members? Is it really worth it to be in enmity with my friends? Some of you have mothers you have not talked to, mothers you have not helped. You are living large in the city, but then your mother is suffering. She cannot even breathe, she cannot even cope, she cannot even pay for her house rent, and you are there, you are comfortable. Your father is there in the village tying a wrapper that has holes everywhere in the bottom, and then you feel comfortable, you are touching money, you are casting your vision, and you are not helping them. Some of you have siblings who are struggling and they are suffering, and because you are not in talking terms with them, you are just doing your own thing and you are letting them be. Family is everything. Reach out to your friends. Sometimes it will only take a little I am sorry. Sometimes it will only take a little apology. All right, so just say sorry. All right, just apologize. Just reach out to them. It's not too difficult, it's not too complicated. All right, sometimes even if they're not saying sorry, say sorry. Somebody said, mama, how can I apologize or say sorry or forgive somebody who is not even sorry or remorseful? Sometimes forgive them, not for their sake, but for your own sake. Because unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting another person to die. You cannot afford to do that, because when you live in that kind of bitterness and you inside you don't have peace. Inside very happy and okay outside, but people who know you truly will know that you are not happy on your inside. And when they discover that, you see that you begin to live a very bitter life instead of you living a better life. So please be very, very careful and reconcile with family members, reconcile with your friends, all right? Because in the long run, you discover that those who will stand by you, those who will stay with you, no matter how rough things go in life, no matter how difficult things are in life, no matter how bad things happen, family would always come through for you. They would always stand by you. When you hurt, they hurt. When you laugh, they laugh. When you cry, they are also in pain. So I want to encourage you so that you reach out to your family members, help them if you can, and be with them, all right? Just hang in for them. Don't let them go. Don't let them just remain stranded. Is it really late to connect with your family? Is it really late to reconcile with your family members and your friend? This is a very, very important question. I have another question I'd like to ask you, and that question is question number 10. Is it really late to succeed after failure? I know you have failed plenty times. I know things have not worked out the way you wanted. I know you have tried a lot without the result that is expected. But then the question is this: is it really late to succeed after failures? I know you have failed before. I know you have failed again. I know you have failed again and again and again. But then, is it really late to succeed after failure? You are not the only one who has failed before. A lot of people have failed all time and time again, but they were able to rise up from their failures and take charge of their destinies. You remember Thomas Edison? He failed 9,999 times, and after failing, he picked himself back again and he succeeded. And when he was confronted and asked, why did you continue for so long? Why did you fail for so many times as that? And he said, I just learned 9,999 ways through which the light bulb will not work. So it's important that you tell yourself, I have to do it again. Great people you know about have failed before and they refuse to remain where they failed. It is okay to fail, but it is not okay to remain where you failed. It is okay to fail because great people have failed at least once or twice or 3 times in their lives. Michael Jordan had failed at one point. Abraham Lincoln had failed at one point. But one thing about all of these people is that they got back again. Walt Disney had failed at one point. Oprah Winfrey had failed at one point. But they didn't allow their failures to define them. They didn't allow their failures to become their lifestyle, all right? They made up their minds to rise up from their failures and succeed again. It is not about what happened to you. It's mostly about what you did with what happened to you. So you may have failed, but you can't afford to remain there. What are you doing about your last failure? My husband would always tell us, my husband is Bishop Okudileze. He would always tell us that the only way to overcome defeat is to repeat. So you have to repeat and repeat and repeat over and over again whenever you see defeat. So I know you have seen defeat, and I guess you have seen it many times. So what I want you to do is to keep repeating, repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat until defeat gives way. All right? So keep repeating until you get it right. Don't give up. Don't give up at all. Don't say, oh, my life is finished. My life is exhausted. I've come to this point in my life. I can no longer move forward. No. Is it really late to succeed after failure? We have several people who were able to succeed after their failures. And because they succeeded, we were able to hear their stories. You see, if you remain at the point where you failed and then refuse not to stand up again and refuse not to push ahead in life, then you will truly remain a failure, because failure is only an event, not your identity. Let me say it again to you. Failure is only an event, not an identity. That you failed is just a happenstance, something that happened. So wake up from your failure and succeed again. Question number 11. Are you ready for it? Question number 11. Are you ready for it? Okay. Now, question number 11 says, is it really late to break away from limited beliefs? Is it really late to break away from limiting beliefs, limiting myths, limiting lies about yourself. I am very passionate about helping people to break limiting beliefs in their life. If you listen to me 10 times or 5 times or 3 times, you discover that this issue of breaking limiting beliefs come up again and again and again and again in my vocabulary. Why is that so? Because I am really passionate about helping people break limiting beliefs in their lives. We are what we believe. Alright? So we are what we believe. The Bible says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a woman thinketh in her heart, so is she. If you believe that you are limited by something, then it is true. That's why Henry Ford said, if you say you can, you are right. And if you say you cannot, you are also right. This is because whatever you believe about yourself is what will eventually play out in your life. So the question I want to ask you again is this: is it really late to break limiting beliefs, to break away from limiting beliefs? There are limiting beliefs in your life. There are limiting beliefs, things you have believed over time that is causing a mental barrier between you and your success, between you and where you want to go to. So the question is this: is it not enough time? Things like I can't, alright, have to be eliminated entirely from your vocabulary, because whenever you hear the word impossible, turn it to I am possible. Let me say it again. Whenever you hear the word impossible, just put that in, I apostrophe M, just add an apostrophe to it and turn it to what? I'm possible. Because even impossible believes that it's what? Possible. Tell yourself, I can do it. Tell yourself, I can make it. Tell yourself, I am stronger than my limitation, alright? I can't be stuck by that thing that has happened in my life. I can't be limited by it. The only limitation that exists in my mind. If I say I can, yes, I can. Alright, push yourself away from that. I am very passionate about helping people believe in themselves, because ultimately you cannot push a horse to the stream and expect it to drink if it does not believe that that water is necessary for it. So tell yourself, yes, I can. Yes, I can become all that God has made me to be. It is my greatest desire that people come to the point where they know who they truly are and they walk in that realm and they walk in that dimension. When people begin to do that, you discover that their lives begin to turn out well. Their lives begin to turn out for the better. So I am asking you this question one more time. Is it really late to break away from limiting beliefs? There are things that you have considered in your heart. Like sometimes women will be asking themselves, can I still do this? Is it possible for a woman to be rich? There are women who are already rich and they're already breaking limits. Someone like Mr. Lakija, she has already proved to us that a woman from Nigeria, a country that is called the underdeveloped country amongst the countries in the world, can become the first richest black woman. Alright, so it's important she can become the richest black woman in the entire world. And yet she is a Nigerian woman, a wife to somebody, a mother to children. Alright, so you can't say this, there is no limit to who you can become. Tell yourself, yes, I can. If you're a young man growing and then you are not born with a silver spoon, please grow up. When you grow up, work hard, trust your God, hold on to God, build relationships, collaborate, push yourself hard and forward until you come to the point where you can buy golden spoons and distribute to others. You didn't need to be born with a silver spoon. All you needed to do was just be born here on earth. And the moment you came here on earth, you are a survivor. You are a fighter. You can become all that you can be. And anything that is trying to limit you or stop you can be broken. Alright? And you are the one that will stamp over your mountains. You will step over your walls of limitation and tell yourself, I am going forward and nothing will stop me. So break those limiting beliefs. Tell yourself you can. Alright, don't allow opinion of people to stop you in your track. Don't allow what people think about you to make you doubt yourself, to make you look down on yourself. Alright? Don't allow anybody to stop you, because yes, you can. Yes, you can become all that God has made you to be. Yes, you can become outstanding. The gene of greatness is inside of you. Inside your genes and your chromosomes, I see greatness all inside of them. Tell yourself that you are born with the gene of greatness. You may not look like it physically, but eventually you are walking into it. Alright, so your journey may not look like it, but your destination certainly looks like it. Tell yourself, alright, because no matter how bad you think your story is, there is somebody already somewhere whose story is worse than yours, and the person was able to make it. I'm telling the truth. No matter how bad you think your story is, no matter how sad you think your story is, no matter how helpless you think you are, there is somebody whose situation situation was worse than your own, and this person was able to make it in life. So tell yourself that you can make it. Tell yourself that you can become that which God has destined for you to be. So is it really late? No, it is not late. All right, finally, I'd like to ask you the last question for today. And that last question is it really late to change your lifestyle? Is it really late to change your lifestyle? There are a lot of things that happen in your life that you don't like. All right, you can change your lifestyle. You can tell yourself, oh, I created this habit by myself, I'm gonna change it. All right, so human beings are creatures of habits. We have different habits we have developed for ourselves over time, and since we are creatures of habits, we can always change these habits if we develop a new habit to counteract the old habit. Let me say it again. Human beings are creatures of habits, and when you have developed a habit, it might be a limiting kind of habit, but then if you want to change your lifestyle, what do? You recreate a different kind of habit to counteract the old habit you have always had. So what is this habit? It could be, you could want to make change your lifestyle in the aspect of your health. You could want to change your lifestyle in the aspect of your attitude. You could want to change your lifestyle in the aspect of your choices. You make better choices. You want to change your lifestyle in the aspect of your routine, things you do on a daily basis. You could also change your lifestyle and begin to have more fun and begin to enjoy life. All right, enjoy life. Smile a little. Life is not as hard as you make it look. All right, things might be difficult, but then you need to find a way to enjoy life in the midst of its difficulty. All right, enjoy life. Celebrate life. Sometimes just enjoy the weather. All right, enjoy the rain. Enjoy the sun. All right, have fun, laugh, play. You are not too old to play. I should have added that one. I would have said, is it too old to play? Is it really late for you to play? All right, ask yourself that question. Is it really late for you to play? It's not late for you to play. It's not late for you to change your things about your health. You want to eat better, right? All right, you want to eat better. You want to make better choices when it comes to your feeding. You want to exercise more. If you started before and you stopped, please go back and start again. It is not too late to change your lifestyle. You can decide to change your attitude, all right, the way you see life. You're always upset about everything. You can start to see life in a better way, all right? Enjoy life, become more excited, and be happy, and transfer joy and happiness to others. All right, you can decide to change your lifestyle in the aspect of making better choices for your life. Many of you are always you have a knack for wrong choices. Stop making those wrong choices. Make better choices in your life. Yes, you can. Yes, you can change it. You can decide to change your routine, all right? The things you do on a daily basis. You can decide to improve on them and work on them. It is not too late for you to do anything that you want to do with your life. And those are the few things I had to share with you today on Checkpoint. I really want to see you better. I really want to see you more advanced. I really want to see your life improve on every side. This is my heart desire, and I want to encourage you. This what I have shared with you, please go ahead and share with others. Share this link, and subscribe to this particular channel, and God will bless you amazingly. Thank you so much for joining us today on Checkpoint. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for sharing this page. Thank you for the watch party. We are indeed very, very glad. All right, so until I meet you again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of men and on the sands of time. I love you. Cheers.